In a peaceful lakeside neighborhood nestled in the suburbs, trouble was brewing, and her name was Karen. As head of the local HOA, Karen had built a reputation for being overly controlling, fond of citations, and quick to remind others of the rules, whether they applied or not. When a new family moved into a home at the edge of the community lake, she was immediately suspicious. They were friendly, quiet, and well-liked, a threat. In Karen's eyes, one sunny Saturday afternoon, the new family hosted a small get-together with relatives and friends. Laughter echoed across the water as kids splashed around and adults relaxed by the shore. But the sight of people enjoying her lake without HOA approval sent Karen into a tailspin. Storming across the grass in her visor and clipboard in hand, she demanded the gathering end immediately, citing fictitious HOA water use policies. When the family calmly explained that the lake was adjacent to their property and they weren't violating any community guidelines, Karen wasn't having it. Furious, she called the police, claiming the guests were trespassing and damaging HOA property. Minutes later, 2 officers arrived. The party quieted, and all eyes turned to the patrol car. But before Karen could speak, a man in a polo shirt and khakis stepped forward from the crowd. It was Marcus, the quiet, mild-mannered father who had hosted the gathering. With a calm smile, Marcus handed the officers a folder. Inside was the deed and a certified map of the area. It clearly showed that the lake, or at least the entire southern half, was part of his private property, purchased years before the HOA was even established. The guests weren't trespassing. Karen was. The officers politely told Karen there was no violation and warned her not to misuse emergency services again. Red-faced and speechless, she stood frozen as the party resumed, this time with a few cheers and claps for Marcus. Word spread fast around the neighborhood. Karen's influence quickly crumbled, and residents began pushing for new HOA leadership. Meanwhile, Marcus and his family enjoyed many more weekends by the lake. No clipboard in sight. Sometimes. The best way to stop a storm is to own the water it rains on.